Alrighty guys, well, just spent the last little while changing things up here a little bit. So lots of you will remember this is our windbreak corral, so it's all portable windbreaks. You can see these steel frames with slabs on. That's called a portable windbreak. Anyway, from the end of this windbreak going back to our barn back there, we had a 10-foot wide alleyway and a bunch of gates this way, that way, so on and so forth. And CP's been bugging me to change it for the last little bit, saying I don't like it. Anyway, I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I took that alleyway completely out. We shifted our calf shelter over to the end of that windbreak there. Brought a 24-foot corral windbreak here. We had windbreaks like these ones that went from that corner where those slabs are right there on the other side of that fence picket up to that far side there. Well, now we made the corral a little bit bigger. I gotta fill this trench in. Anyways, so now our alley is located over here versus over there. With the new corralling that we put in here, it's made this windbreak corral bigger, because it used to come, if I get on the other side, literally where I'm standing right now was dead space. The corral used to come here. You can see the grass line. And it came to here. So now we're like 40 feet bigger this way. And all of this dead space is incorporated into this corral. So now I could actually have, we used to bed all along over there. Pending weather, we could be bedding all across the front here and around to that side. Before I would feed along here, now I can feed on the open side. So basically we would take portable corral panels like this right here and just go from the edge of the corral back around where the end of my finger is and go straight across to that windbreak there. Just changes the corral setup a little bit. And the whole idea here is to literally, when the cows are locked in this corral, instead of having to open the gate and letting them out to go to that water bowl over there, we could open this gate right here and have them go to that water bowl right there. So yes, I do have to do a little bit of building. I have to shift that corral panel a little bit so it goes from the corner of the gate to here. And I'll have to build a panel that fits over top of this water bowl. It'll basically come from here right over top the middle of this guy and out to about where I'm standing, and then have a gate on the end of it that swings across to there. What's that from?
Skid steer?
Nope. No idea. It might have been in the clay and you just happened to find it.
It's too clean.
I don't know. Anywho, CP was trying to move water. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. We'll bring you back here in a little while. Alrighty, so we got that set up as much as we're gonna set it up for now. Pumped some water out of this corral. I need to bring a bunch of clay in here. Anywho, this door got ripped off in the wind, and the hinges that were on it were pretty friggin' rotten and shitty. So I just installed 3 new hinges on here. Friggin' chickens, I tell ya. They even got solar lighting on the inside, so when it gets dark outside, the lights automatically turn on. My crazy chicken lady. How long this will last, who knows, this old building. Anyway, lunchtime. Talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, it's that time of the year. I just took this sumbitch off because I believe this cocksucker allows water to come down the chimney, and then it pools in the pot at the bottom, and then it fucking floods into the house. So we're changing him out. I just got done sweeping the chimney. It's all cleaned out now. Where am I tossing this bastard? I'll wait. And this is the new one. Now, I've been told this thing is actually called an anti-downdraft chimney top. So you should not have any downdraft issues with this. And we did have downdraft issues with that one. So we're gonna give this sucker a try and see what happens. Anywho, I gotta get a drill bit, because literally to hold it on, it's a big ass hose clamp. So I gotta get a drill bit, and we're gonna tighten up this hose clamp and get that sucker mounted properly. Talk to you a little later. Alrighty, so he's all mounted now. But you see here, this is quite a bit wider than the chimney itself. So chances of water getting underneath there, I think, are pretty slim. I don't know. But it is kind of fucking wobbly still. I don't know. But that's how you mount it, just with these little brackets. And then on the inside of this bugger, it's kind of coned, if you can make that out. I don't know, because I'm not standing up there to look at the camera. So the water will come off that cone and spill off, and that's wider than this part down here, down in here, so it should run off. The guy that designed this, I talked to the guy in person, and he said he kind of had a water issue coming down the chimney like us, and when he came up with this idea for anti-downdraft, he found out that it also worked really good for heavy rainfall times. We never have an issue when it's like a half-inch of rain or a quarter of an inch of rain. It's when we get that inch, inch and a half and more, that's when we have a leak inside the house. And it's always in the same spot, and it's right at the pot. And so Anywho, now to get on the inside of the house and clean the chimney, the stove, all the shit that swept down into the stove area. Later. Babe, what's wrong?
Nothing, I'm working, not like someone.
Show me that beautiful face. Missed the spot all along the outside edge here.